and they have education challenge in low setting, physiological impact of student. Student experience increases level of anxiety, making student fail, and students decide to drop out the school. Next slide. First, I would like to tell all of you about the unprepared teacher for online class. Some teacher may plan for the lesson to teach. Mostly, the teachers are just conducting
Yes.
a lesson on the video platform such as Zoom, which may not be real online learning in the absence of the dedicated online platform.
Mm.
Yes.
Yeah.
Um. Wait. However, social media won't reach all children. Some family don't have smartphone or they live in areas where cell signal is weak or they can't afford that thing to access the internet. And we all know that wait, go back. We all know that when we studying online, we have more expense. And in fact, online class face many problems. We need to pay for tuition fee for any internet access and some stuff. It is really bad for some family who have limited income during this COVID-19 situation. Some family earn nothing, and some lost their job because of the spread of COVID-19 as well. Let's move to another presenter.
Okay. How many people will present here for your group? All?
Uh, we missed two presenters.
Two, right?
We everyone, but we missed two.
Yeah, yes. Chesley is absent
Yes,
today.
and Kong Divon.
Yes. So your group have how many people left in your group? Uh, there are seven, right?
Yes, so
Yes,
important.
Yeah, Kontiwon Chesley. So we have five.
yes, five
Okay,
presenters.
I need two people more. It's up to you. You can choose because now you are group leader. You can choose
Teacher,
Tanya or Talido or Sophia. I need three. Sorry, I need three. Three more.
We has on point already.
Yeah, it's okay. It's okay. That's all. Thank you. Please.
So for the next slide, please move to text of chair, right?
Yeah.
បងអានោះមិនមែនចំណុចខ្ញុំណា
So just okay.
Did you divide?
I can. So thank
Actually,
you.
actually, you divide it for one and one, right?
yes,
Yes. Okay, please. Please do what your responsibility.
So
Okay.
thank you, Lindsay, for your presentation. For the next slide is a student declared to drop out of school. The first student need to know about the dropping out of school. It doesn't at all. For some students, they did not like to study online class, or they declare that a lot because they had to leave the school without any reason, like uh, they drop out of the school. And for more, the second thing that the second thing that you know is that the pandemic has made falling of education. Like the coronavirus is the school is closed, so all the student is so boring to stay at home, so they sometimes they cannot study with the full energy or with the full like oxygen for make them feeling fresh. And for the next slide, for the next presenter, uh, please.
So Chia.
How
Oh,
in this point how to avoid the COVID-19. In this point, to prevent yourself from the COVID-19, like clean your hand often, maintain a safe to decision from anyone who coach or assessing. Wear mask, clean your hand before and after put your mask, and do not touch your eye, your nose, your mouth. Keeping room well late. So reduct to spending time in the public place. So here is we can to avoid the COVID-19. So mostly all of the students need to take care because if the student has coronavirus, so in this country is maybe do not has like human resource. So all of student has a coronavirus. If they die or if we lost them, so we lost the human resource. So that's why we need to protect them out from the coronavirus. So they must be know about how to wear mask, how to clean hand, like all the maintenance to save them. Okay. For the online class, please, anyone who can be the next presenter.
For this slide, online class is making students fall. According to class Central, there was 110 million people in the world.
Sim.
Yes,
Yeah,
Sorry.
who is speaking? Who is speaking?
Nita.
Yes,
Nita, loudly. Maybe you use your earphone, right?
yes, sir.
Okay. It's the best way you should not use earphone because me and others cannot hear it from you.
Cho công tơ và
Okay.
nhầm đọ trên trường hợp chờ.
You can speak without using earphone. Okay. Loudly.
Cho lựa chờ.
Yes.
Okay. For this slide, online class is making students fall. According to class Central, there were 100.
It's still low. It's still low. Nita. Loudly.
Đặt ca mỗi anh.
Cho đặt ca hơi ẩn lư. Nó bị đọ ca hơi ẩn lư.
I don't know. Anyone can hear Nita, right? Can hear Nita?
Yeah, I can hear teacher.
But so weak, also so weak voice.
Do you hear me, teacher?
Yeah, I hear you, but it's so weak.
Okay. Cho nhóm soạn vậy cho lựa. Online class is making students fall. Do you hear me, teacher? Loudly?
Yes, like I told you, I hear you, but very little.
Mm-hmm.
Other,
Cho,
can you hear Nita?
I hear. Oh, teacher.
Yeah.
okay.
Pauline?
Yeah, sure, I hear.
Okay,
Yeah.
please.
Teacher, me too.
Or maybe at my side, maybe.
Okay.
June, can you hear?
Yeah, sure, yeah.
Okay, please. Continue, Nita.
Yes. According to class Central, there were 110 million people in the world enrolled in online course in 2019. And there are 8 points that why students for study online class. The first one is adoption difficult. It means that one online class is a new environment for many students. The first challenge is to adapt to online learning. And if the platform seems to completely cut you risk losing your potential student. Number two, working expectation. It means that the course appear to be too difficult or too easy to time consuming or too theoretical. These are some function expectations that will lead to rotation and dropout. Number three, poor time, poor time management. It means that one delay of time is one of the most common reasons that why students adopt one online course, while some people didn't face expect personal conscious them, others simply for to manage their time properties. Example like what once you stay at home, so you always have something need to do like cooking and cleaning and also. Number four, problem with motivation. It means that there are tons of reasons why students can lose motivation from unclear cost, outcomes, and lack of control. You always need a lot of motivation because online learning has there, so express it is not lack of getting their work completed, rather it is the learning and sometimes they need to speak back sprint also. And number five, multi-achievement.
Thank you, Nita. Number five is talk about it's talk about too much flexibility. Yes, we know already one of the biggest advantage of online learning is that flexibility. Students can take course and their own pace whenever and wherever they want. At the same time, when there are too much of it, flexibility can be the biggest disadvantage too because it change the time is so fast that all the students are not flexible. Like when they change the class from school to study with online class, they need prepare about internet, learning material such as phone or computer. If the student that live in the remote they are is have a question service of internet. If a poor student they don't have phone or computer, it's all the problem for them. And number six is talk about lack of human contact. One of one of the major limitation of the online learning experience is a lack of communication with classmates and teacher, um, which can be uh, frustration for some students. Moreover, studies show that social engagement and community com- complement make students find time more research and 16 times more likely for finish the course. That when the students study online class, they can meet friend or teacher that make them econ- e sorry. When the students study online class, they can meet friend or teacher that make them each month. For example, now our class is studied by online. So when we have a break time, we stay alone. It's different from we study at school. When for example we can meet friend or we can meet friend talk, sit and talk, or sometimes we eat something like that.
And number 7, talk about poor student support. One uh, one road a roadblock get in the way of a student in traditional classroom. They can ask the teacher or discuss it with their peer. In science education, students can feel select without this impunity, which is why they tend to give up when things get complicated. In this point, it's like uh, the number said that the student can feel first isolated when they study online class because they cannot speak face to face with teacher or friend. That is why can make students drop out. And number 8 is talk about the information is far from real life. When information students learn get to abstract and they can relate it to their life. It's easy to lose interest in the topic or the instructors. For example, when the students study about subject chemistry, it required to experiment in the laboratory. Uh, so it's easy to lose interest in the topic. Thank you.
Okay, thank you for your presentation. For the next point is education challenge in the low setting. For the court teacher and the school director assigning to the parent that even very simple active like they has a low setting like they do not has a on the lesson on each day along with the writing or some of work or they cannot have they can have the student to continue and to learn and the parent they do not have to access in Facebook reviews like weekly like phone call like when all of the student they just listen and they don't like to writing on the book. It's like the education challenge in a low setting. Like they do not have a smartphone or the good phone to use one. Also, that is half for our student. And for our next slide on social media. On social media, however, the social media is want to reach all children. Some from us they do not have a smartphone or they lie in the area where cell signature signal is weak or they cannot afford the data to access this content to address, describe uh, or coach has to be work with the school in their community with the low cost or low technology way to help them to study for learning. And for this point, yes, sure.
Lino, your group is have only 5 minutes, okay? Because we
Okay.
keep other time for other groups.
Okay, sure. For
Please maybe
next.
shortly and
Okay.
just talking about the main point. Okay.
Yeah. For our physical impact of the student is uh, recognized to the address or the collect that student is mental health to challenge and especially during the pandemics could has a long term on their health and education. For our student experience increasing level of
NCT.
Anxiety. Anxiety. This means like they boring. They switch to districts or high of depression like that, something like that. And for advantage, I give the point to Mr. Phun Panya.
Yeah, thank you from Lido and hi teacher and everybody. For this point, I talk about the advantage of learning online class, right? And the main point is it school and college holiday, so we can have much time to spend at home, different from before. And the second, we have time with family more than we spend. And the third is saving time. We can saving time from train, go to school or take time much to school. Next slide, please. Lido. Can you go next slide? Hello, can you hear me?
Who is controller?
I hear you.
Next slide.
Hello.
Lido,
Kido, are you here?
Ở đâu Pung lên game chứ? Ở đâu Pung lên game?
Okay.
Okay.
Mày Châu là
For this advantage, okay, I see. Thank you. And for this advantage, I have 3 points. Also, that one focus on online class, that we spend much time on the blue screen, so it can impact on our eye, hurt, or make we feel bad. And some people or student doesn't have ability to afford for laptop or computer or some smartphone to study online class. And the third, I think it we don't have the exam like in the class before, so we can get the exam, but we don't have teacher or someone watch or judge us like in the class. And next slide, please. The conclusion. Yes.
yes, here is our conclusion. All in all, in this situation of COVID-19 pandemic, we need to stay focused on studying, researching something new, and learn new skills as much as you can. Also, as a reminder, wear mask is the must if you go outside. Clean your hand as regular, keep safe distance, stay safe, stay hygiene. Another slide.
Okay, so other, do you have a question, and do you have more idea for supporting this group? Pauline, do you have a question?
No, sir. No.
Why? You understand, all right? I mean, you agree with this. How about Sam? Do you have a question? Sam, are you here?
Hello, Chan. Hello.
Yes. So, do you have a question, or do you agree?
I have no question. I have no question because I agree.
Agree, right? Okay.
Yeah.
So you agree with all these points. So do you have more idea to add to this group? No?
No.
Yeah. Chiva? Chiva?
Yes, Shahid.
You have a question?
I don't have any question, teacher.
Do you have ideas?
Maybe no, teacher.
Maybe no, mean you get all right. So open up.
Yes, teacher, I have a little bit question.
a little bit question. So can you ask?
This group is about the impact of COVID-19 to education, right?
Yes.
So during this COVID pandemic, and the education is getting a problem. So we have to study online class.
Yeah.
How do you think that online class is the only way? It's good or bad for a student?
Okay. Who can
And
answer
thank
this?
you. Thank you for this question. Uh, I think it is the only one way that we can study, and another way is we can learn by yourself, like learning new skill or researching about our new lesson or what.
Yeah. When we
Since
study online, we know how to search, and we have much time for searching, right?
yes, we can
When we
stay at home
study,
and then
we study in class, we say that, oh, I don't care because I have a lesson already in class. But when we study online, I mean, we have a lot of way and know how to search. Mm. Even though they have it's the best way, right? Because we can say about the keeping space from one to another. We cannot go to meet each other because cannot. We can say we can contact by Telegram, by or other social medias, right? Okay, Punok, do you agree with she mentioned?
Yeah, thank you.
Okay. Other, I have a question and I have some point to ask, but I keep for the student first, and after that I will ask one by one.
Hello, teacher.
Yes, hello.
I have one question.
Yes.
Choose the group presentation. I want to ask that. Do you think between online learning and in class, do you think which one is much more stress?
Much more stress. You can answer.
and thank you, Sakane. I think online learning is much stress since teacher provide many assignment, homework, because they think that we are free at home and they don't know that we already have a lot of tasks to do.
Okay. It means that it's stress all, right?
Yes.
Sometimes the teacher give assignment or give the task only one time, right? At the same time, and the deadline may be the same too, right?
Yes.
Yes, teacher.
Nip, you have a question? Nip?
Yes, teacher.
Yes.
I have no
You
question.
understand and you have a question and some idea to support this?
I have no question, teacher.
Okay, thank you. So, Sipa? Sipa, are you here? Question?
Simple permission, sir, because he cannot speak well of her sore throat.
That's all right. Okay. But okay, thank you. So, Lido.
Yes, teacher.
When you go to the first slide. Okay, this one, right? Okay. The first, this one. Okay. For oh no, back. Yeah. This one. In here for the academic year. So now we are in academic year 2021 to 2022, or 2020 or 2021.
2021 to 2022.
Are you sure? But you put here, right? You say you write here, academic year 2020 and 2021. But when the file that you sent to me,
Yes, teacher.
yes, or is it just
I don't have any.
You have a sore throat? So is it both? You have a sore throat, right? Because I'm singing a lot. Yeah. Okay, so this one is correct. This one is correct. Academic year 2020 and 2021. Because now we are 2021, not 2022. Okay? Understand, Lido?
ឆ្លើយចាក់ដល់ចា
យើងអត់តដល់22ទេណាយើងនៅក្នុងឆ្នាំ2020 2021បើទោះបីជាយើងចូលរៀននៅក្នុងខែមករាក៏ដោយតែវានៅក្នុងឆ្នាំសិក្សានឹងនៅឡើយ Okay, slide number 2. Number 2, please. Okay, number 3, move to number 3. Okay, so this point, students face a lot of problems such as some teacher maybe they have to add this here, might not prepare well for online education. It's real, it's true. Cannot prepare well, right? It's not the same in class. Sometimes we can have a problem with Wi-Fi or with online in this point. And also about the psychology. What does it mean psychological impacts? This one from psychology, right? Sim, can you translate this one? Psychology. Chất từប៉ះពាល់ផ្លូវអារម្មណ៍មែនទេ
Yes
អារម្មណ៍ចា
ប៉ះពាល់ផ្លូវអារម្មណ៍ហ្នឹងយើងចង់និយាយថាដោយសារគេបិទឬក៏ឧបមាដោយសារតំបន់យើងជាតំបន់ក្រហមលឿងទុំឬក៏យើងអត់ដែលបានជួបគ្នាទេធ្វើឲ្យយើងនឹងវាកើតរូបមួយគេហៅថាចេះគិតនេះគិតនោះយ៉ាងណា
teacher ចំណុចហ្នឹងចេះនៅពេលដែលពួកគាត់ទំបីតើខ្ញុំក៏ចឹងដែរពេលដែលនៅផ្ទះច្រើនអញ្ចឹងទៅនៅអានជុំនឹងមិនប្រកាសថាដូចនៅក្នុងថ្នាក់ហ្មងទេដោយសារតែមានសលេងខ្លះគាត់រំខានយើងអត់អាចឲ្យយើងរៀនបានស្រួលហើយអ៊ីនធឺណិតមានបញ្ហាអញ្ចឹងទៅធ្វើឲ្យយើងមានបញ្ហាមួយគិតថាអូ assignment របស់យើងជិតដល់ហើយយើងអត់បានធ្វើអីវាទៅជាមានបញ្ហានឹងហើយ stress ខ្លាំង
Okay នេះជារឿងពិតមែនទេបើសិនជាយើងគេអត់តន់បិទមានន័យថាយើងអាចនៅចរាចរណ៍ធម្មតាតែយើងអត់ទៅបាននៅផ្ទះបើយើងគិតថាបើបាននៅផ្ទះនឹងអយ៉ាងណាបើតាមការពិតនៅក្នុងផ្ទះហើយនឹងទៅរៀនឬទៅធ្វើការនឹងរៀនមានអារម្មណ៍ថាស្រស់ស្រាយជាងមែនទេព្រោះ
Yeah teacher
ថានៅផ្ទះវា stress noisy from the neighbors right okay so move to slide number 4 Dido number 4 okay no number 5 number 6 okay more expense talking about here so you say that after they close or they give the band cannot go to the public place or cannot come together but in here you mentioned that more expense so will you expend or do you expend for what expend when it means that when you study in class or when you study at the university you have to pay for gasoline have to pay for traveling right and buying some food when you study at school so when you study at home in room so what did you spend
teacher កន្លែងហ្នឹងនិយាយខ្មែរហ្មងទៅពេលនៅផ្ទះយើងប្រើភ្លើងនៅផ្ទះពងទៅសាលាភ្លើងសាលា dương có hành trẻ nó về để dương travel rồi một cái chi mà tôi lá vi thật ở lương ở sang ở ấy tại đài hai mà hôm bà hát đôi tại khăn đi tiền tôi chỉ dương tới hiến còn nơi tại trái tôi dương nơi tiếc còn nơi tại trái hai mỗi tiệt bà sân chỉ con tôi chia mà được từ bốn lái con đã miên computer té nó bây giờ qua tới lá con ai phờ computer nơi lá rồi mua cò phờ bọc kia bọc quạt mật thẻ bọc quát còn ai thừa sai mình bàn phần tay nó bây giờ nó té có thời tạm miên bọc luôn ai mỗi là bay prepare nè chẳng viên more expand.
Yeah. Talking about the online spending, right? Like we have to buy some Wi-Fi, or sometimes you connect with your phone, and your phone you have to fill the money, right? It's okay.
Slide or slide.
Yeah. So one more slide, number 6. Number 6. Students decide to drop off school. Why? Because of what? Please.
The first thing you need to know about dropping out of school is that
Okay. Cái này nó chạy thì some students might difficult to study online. They have the problem with the money. They can stay focused or whatever, so they decide to drop out. Sometimes they just drop one term, one semester, and some they drop out of school.
Okay. Yes, agree. Yes, thank you so much. So that's all for the group, and can we move to another group? This group is the next group. Okay, thank you for this group. Yeah, thank you. So yeah, Pauline, your group can be. Yes. Did you prepare already for presentation today, your group?
Yeah, sure, yes.
Okay, please. Let me check the Telegram. How many people and who in your group?
Seven member teacher.
7 member, right? So.
Bom phụ lên mạng do đi món á, đi play slide món á, xuống mơ.
Wait. I never share, so I try to find it.
Tay máy xe mìnhត្រូវតែ play slide ក្នុង PowerPoint ហ្នឹងrồiយកឡើងនឹងឯនោះអាចសញ្ញាអានខមកជាប់អាលេខ 60% ហ្នឹងខាងឆ្វេងខមកបាទជួខមអស់ហ่ะអាចចិត្តឡើង zoom in zoom out
នេះ
អាគេ 60% ហ្នឹងតែខាងឆ្វេងមិនចុចយ៉ាងហ្នឹងវាឃើញតែផ្ទាំង slide ហ្នឹងវាអត់ឃើញអីទៀតទេចង់អញ្ចឹង
អត់ឃើញក្នុងហ្នឹងនេះ
តែចង់ថាក្នុងកុំព្យូទ័របងឯងវាលោតតែផ្ទាំង slide អត់bạn khơi kia lên 60% ហ្នឹងអត់បង
អត់ទេគង់រមើលនេះ
ជួក្រោម Pauline ឲ្យ
60% ក្រមអស់ហើយឡើង zoom ណា zoom ទៅទុយធំហ្មង
ក្រមណានៅលើកុំព្យូទ័រ
ក្រមអស់ហ្មង
តែនៅខាងក្រោមនេះអារូប slide មួយនេះ
slide ចាអានេះមែន app stop present អូមែនទេ
បងចង់និយាយថានៅក្នុង PowerPoint យល់អត់បងនៅក្នុង PowerPoint
មិនបោះខ្ញុំទេបោះខ្ញុំ
បែរមើលកន្លែង zoom ចង់និយាយថា slide ឯងបែរចង់ឲ្យវាធំទូចមិនមាន zoom in zoom out ត្រូវអត់បែរមើលកន្លែងគៀនលេខ 60% នោះយកកន្លែងចុចកន្លែង play ខាងឆ្វេងហ្នឹងណាហ្នឹងហើយចាចាហ្នឹងអាមិញចុចទៅអាហ្នឹងវាឃើញតែផ្ទាំង slide ទេ
ឥឡូវឃើញនៅ
អត់ទេមកឃើញអត់ឃើញហ៎
អត់លោតទេ តែយើងវាតូចពេកឯនេះចុចហ្នឹងទៅវាឃើញតែផ្ទាំងនឹងមួយអញ្ចឹង
ដោយសារខ្ញុំចុចតាមទូរស័ព្ទហើយអញ្ចឹងវាឃើញទូតបើយើងចុចតែផ្ទាំងហ្នឹងវាឃើញតែផ្ទាំង slide ឯស្រួល
បាទប៉ុន្តែឥឡូវឃើញច្បាស់ហើយតាឃើញនៅដែរ
អត់បងអត់លោតផងឃើញនៅធម្មតា
ស្រាវមួយទៀតបើដែរស្រាវ
ប៉ូលីសចុចអាហ្នឹងមួយទៅចុចអាហ្នឹងគេហៅសូវា
បាញ់ចុចឡើងបាញ់នៅអត់ឃើញចុចហ្នឹង
ចុចលើ slide ហ្នឹងវិញហ៎
ចុចអាកន្លែងខ្ញុំប្រាប់មិញអាគៀន 60% ហ្នឹងបង
ចុចទៅវាឡើងរីកធំនេះហើយហ្នឹង
តែចង់និយាយថាក្នុងនេះវាអត់ឃើញទេបងឥឡូវខ្ញុំសួរមិញអាកន្លែង share screen មិញហ្នឹងណាបែររើសយកពីអីគេពេលចុច share screen នេះវាឲ្យយើងរើស window ដែលយើង share ហ្នឹងហើយបែរយកពីអីគេ
លឿនចាំមើលរបស់ខ្ញុំវិញមើលអូប៉ូលីសស្រាប់ហើយ
ចង់មានខ្ញុំបិទវិញចា
បិទទៅចាំខ្ញុំបង្ហាញបិទទៅនៅ
Yeah sure thank you
ខាតពេល
នេះប៉ូលីសនេះ
slide
ប៉ូលីសគេយកនេះសញ្ញានេះឃើញទេឃើញអត់
សញ្ញាណាចាជប់
នេះខ្ញុំពុតអល់នេះ
បាទ
នឹងយើងយកអាហ្នឹងមកចុចអាហ្នឹងទៅរីកទៅ
មុនដំបូងចាគ្រាន់យើងយកអាត្រង់ពាក្យ present now សិនណា
ហ្នឹងហើយយើង share សិនបាទ
ហ្នឹងហើយមិន share screen សិន share screen សិនពេល share screen ហើយវាលោតឲ្យយើងរើស window
ហើយនឹង window
យក entire screen មកបងហ្នឹងហើយមិនយក entire screen ហើយចូលទៅកន្លែង PowerPoint ហ្នឹងមក
អូចូល PowerPoint សិនចឹង
ចាអា file ដែលបាញ់បើកមិញហ្នឹងចូល file ហ្នឹងមកចាហើយបាញ់ចុច play slide ហ្នឹងមក
share សិនមក share យើងចូលអា
ភាគច្រើនបើបាញ់យកតែ window វាសូត្រការទេវាគាំងបើយើងយក entire screen មកអីហ្នឹង
លឿនយក present now សិនទៅយើងហៅកន្លែងចុចលេខព្រោះ
យកតែឃើញនេះហើយមានពាក្យយកចុចពាក្យ share
ហ្នឹងហើយឃើញបងបាញ់ចូលទៅ file PowerPoint យើងវិញមក
តែចុចអាកន្លែង 60% ចិត្ត 60%
no ចុចទៅនោះបាទអាហ្នឹង
ធំហើយបងហើយយើងចូល slide ទី1យើងវិញមក
ប៉ុន្តែខាងខ្ញុំនេះអត់ឃើញចេញជា slide ទេបងអូយកពាក្យ present វិញ
អរេបង no បាញ់ចូលឡើង slide PowerPoint បាច់ភ័យបងគេមើលឃើញហើយ
ចង់មើលឃើញខាងហ្នឹងហ៎
ចាបាញ់ចុចតែមក slide ទី1អីមកគេមើលឃើញធម្មតាបងហ្នឹងហើយបងអរគុណ
អត់ដែរ share បាក់ចឹង
lại chơi hai lại là
okay good evening sir and good evening everyone now for group 3 we would like to present about the prevention of COVID-19 infection. So for my group member number 1 me, number 2 Mr. Sia Vrabot, Lâm Pun Lok, Siang Sok San, Anh Sakana, and Aung Soryao Tay, and Sun Van Thai. And this is the outline, so we can summarize it. And for the history, number one, the history of COVID-19. So the COVID-19 is the short form, so the long form of the disease is coronavirus disease 2019, and also known as the coronavirus or COVID, is a contagious disease caused by severe acute respiratory syndrome coronavirus 2, or we call SARS-CoV-2. Where did the coronavirus come from? Severe acute respiratory syndrome coronavirus 2, or we call SARS-CoV-2, spillover likely occurs from bat, and or pangolin ancestral virus through unidentified intermediate host animal direct progenitor virus. Human SARS-CoV-2 strain infects susceptible domestic animal such as mink, and likely adapt to this species through mutation. The virus can be transmitted from main base to farm worker, and close contact. SARS-CoV-2 can also be transmitted to humans through contact with contaminated uncooked meat or food packing. And another slide. An earliest case of infection could have occurred on 17 November. The earliest known person with symptoms was later discovered to have fallen ill on 1st December 2019. 2/3 were found to have a link with the market. Many early cases of COVID-19 have been attributed to people who have visited the Hunan seafood wholesale market located in Wuhan, Hubei province in China. And this is the map that outspread the COVID-19 until now.
Wow.
Okay, so we move to this transmission. So for the next presenter, Soksan, please, Soksan.
Yes. Hello, teacher, and hello, everyone.
hello.
This is my point. My point is transmission of COVID-19. Yes. The COVID-19 or coronavirus can be transmitted by the virus get into your mouth, nose, or eyes as well. Yes. Other people can catch the virus, which more like to happen when they are in direct or close or nearby with an infected person. Yes. When infected person breathe, catch on, or sneeze, like if you work in office, you touch paper, pen, or door, chair, or something in your office. Yes. Physical facing. Oh, sorry, Cha. And when the virus spread after infected people sneeze, catch on or touch, and other people may become infected by touching something that infected people already touch, and then they touch their eye, nose, or mouth, and the virus can be passed by shaking hand to each other and touch, and they also touch their eye, nose, and mouth. So you all should prevent the virus by wear mask and wash your hand, and also have distancing. Yes. And next slide to Mr. Sivriabot. Hello.
Hello, teacher.
Yeah.
Hello, teacher, and hello,
Yeah,
everyone.
hello.
Today, I want to show you about COVID-19 symptom. We know COVID-19 can appear from 2 to 14 days after we disposal or touch the virus. People with this symptom may get the positive COVID. First, we have fever, dry cough, soreness of breath, fatigue, respiratory disease, distress. COVID-19 symptom change day by day. Day 1 to day 3 have flu, like symptoms like sore throat, no fever, start to lose voice, slightly warmer body temperature, 36.5 degrees Celsius. Began to get bored with food, mid headache, and diarrhea. Day 5, we have a sore throat, loss of voice, slight body heat from 36.5 to 36.7 degree. Harassment, joint pain, and during will be difficult to distinguish with whether it is syphilis or corona. Day 6, we start fever, cough with mucus or whooping cough, sore throat when eating, talking or swallowing, fatigue, vomiting, nausea, difficulty breathing, back pain, sore finger, diarrhea, vomiting. And day 7, fever start at 37.4 to 37.8 degree, coughing up, severe headache, severe diarrhea, vomiting, and nausea. Day 8, high fever, 38, and difficulty to breathing. When breathing, feel heavy and in the chest. Headache, joint, and spine pain, causing up continuously, loss of voice. So the voice that we talk and we say, we can't say. And the last symptoms do not change more and more. Fever fluctuate, cost more and more from day to day. Then we continue to the next slide.
Hello, teacher, and hello, everyone. I am here to present all of you about the prevention of COVID-19 infection. First, we have what to do to keep yourself and others safe from COVID-19. First, we practice social distancing, stay approximately 6 feet or 1.5 meter from others in public. Wash your hands regularly with an alcohol-based hand rub or with soap or water. And you can have a hand sanitizer or gel. It is easy. You can have them with yourself every time. And wear a mask that cover your mouth and nose. Make sure you have cleaned your hand before you wear a mask and cover cough and sneeze. Avoid touching your eye, nose, and mouth with unwashed hands. Restrict your travel. Cleanse and disinfect. Get vaccinated. Next slide. And then what to do if you feel unwell. This point is mean if you go outside and then you come back home, you feel unwell, you feel like you have fever or your temperature is increased, and then you have to know how to do. First, know the full range of symptoms of COVID-19, like what I mentioned above, and then stay home and self-isolate. Mean you have to isolate yourself from your family's member. Make sure you don't have contact with them, and contact your healthcare provider to get tests. Maybe you can call to a healthcare provider to ask about COVID symptoms, or even ask to do a test for COVID-19, and keep up to date on the latest information from trust source. Like during we stay isolated, make sure we keep tracking the information from the ministry. And another point is what to do if someone is sick in your household. In this context, we talk about like European country. If someone is positive in coronavirus but the condition is not severe, they have to stay at home and treat themselves. And if they are in severe condition, then they will go to hospital. And once isolate the sick person, the sick person need to be in the isolate room. Make sure everyone cannot go in and have not have contact with. To reduce contact with the virus, make sure all the things or stuff that the sick person use is clean. Take care of the sick person. Like first, we have to do the temperature test for him or her every day regularly, and give him medicine, and tell him or her to do exercise at least 15 minutes per day, and let him or her drink water or more, because in this case the virus cannot go through to your lung if you have drink water much, because the virus stay in your sore. And that's all for my point. And another slide is treatment of COVID-19, and we move to Brother Punlok.
Okay, thank you, Second. Okay, now let me take a look at treatment of COVID-19. Even now, the medical research is modern, but there is still no specific medication, effective treatment or cure for coronavirus or COVID-19, because the disease caused by SARS-CoV-2. However, the correct cornerstone of management of COVID-19 is supportive care, which include treatment to relieve symptoms, fluid therapy, oxygen support, and prompt positioning as needed, and medication or device to support other affected with vital organs. More cases of COVID-19 are mild. In this supportive care including medications such as paracetamol and NSAID to relieve the symptoms such as fever, body aches, cough, proper intake of fluid, rest and nasal breathing, good personal hygiene, and healthy diet are also recommended. However, people who were infected COVID-19 still have chance to recover the disease if they receive the treatment properly just in time. Now let's take a look some negative impact of COVID-19 around the world. If you take a look at economic, most of country is in recession. The retail sector have been impacted globally. Hundreds of millions of jobs could be lost. Supply shortage and during the pandemic has disrupted global food supply and threatened to trigger new food crisis. And number 3, culture. The performing arts and cultural heritage sector have been profoundly affected by the pandemic. Number 4, politics. The pandemic has affected the political system of multiple countries, causing suspensions of legislative activity, isolations or death of multiple politicians, and rescheduling of election due to fear of spreading the virus. Number 5, agriculture and food system. This is mainly due to a lack of access to food linked to failing incomes, lost retention, and in some cases a rise in food prices. Number 6, education. The education has severely impacted educational system globally. Most government has temporarily closed educational institutions, with many switching to online education. And other health issues. Okay, let's continue this point.
Yes, thank you, brother. Another point is the international response to COVID-19. First goal. The goal of the international response is to limit transmission of COVID-19 and minimize the impact of COVID-19 in vulnerable population. Reduce specific health threats that pose current and future risks to the United States. Increase the scientific knowledge about SARS-CoV-2 and provide global public health leadership and support the development of long-term health security in low and middle income countries. Next, key principle. First, there are credible scientific and technical experts with international partner and partner country government for COVID-19 science and public health practice, such as in our country, and Chinese have had sent some experts to and specialists about COVID-19 to our country to help us about the last 3 or 4 months ago, and then provide technical support in coordination with other government agencies and other stakeholders, including multilateral organizations, to reduce the impact of COVID-19 on groups disproportionately affected. And the last, work with key partner and Ministry of Health to protect critical public health programs. On strategic objective. 1. Strengthen global capacity at country and regional level to prevent, detect, and respond to COVID-19 cases, including establishing systems and procedures to collect and report timely and accurate data to inform public health decision-making and strengthen the global public health workforce. 2. Prevent and mitigate COVID-19 transmission across borders, in communities, in healthcare facilities, and among healthcare workers, including using approaches to minimize disruption to essential health services. 3. Contribute to the scientific understanding of COVID-19 and address critical unknowns regarding clinical severity, modes of transmission, and long-term sequelae and immunity. 4. Increase national and global readiness to implement and evaluate vaccination program and use. And the last is rebrand, and we do not own any sources of the topic, the source, and we put in this topic, and all the credit goes to the reference mentioned here. Thank you for your paying attention. Thank you, teacher, and thank you, everyone.
Okay,
thank
thank
you.
you so much for your good presentation. So, anybody have a question? Wow, no question? Any question, please? So silent. Nip, do you have question? Where are you? So, Pauline, can you go to slide number 1, number 2? This one, thank you. Okay, so I have noticed that your presentation with the photo, like the first group. So where is the we can say where did the original source of this point? So where did you took this? Where did you took this from?
Which one, teacher?
Yes, especially for the treatment. I have noticed about Mr. Punlok mentioned about the treatment. Actually, we don't have still. If we're talking the doctors can know, right? So we still wonder, or we still don't understand how they cure the COVID-19 patient, right? How can that?
Yes, teacher.
Who know clearly about this point?
Thôi không vậy chị khmer liền.
Okay.
Thôi chị ảnh nắng bia để xa. So bây giờ chúng mua bia có kê rõ ở khơi mạch thiên bia chị lệ đài cho mình kia đại chúng mua bia COVID-19. Bỏ đôi xa được mơ ấy nên kê rõ khơi mạch thiên và chị bán lúa kê rõ đại chúng mua bia được xa định mơ chành tái COVID đi. Bia rõ mạch thiên bia chúng mai hay bản tác còn được đơn tham bia ở vậy để bia vì lực lượng phát thiên suột. Hai ca dừng khăn với mẹ ca đã được chỉ cái đá luôn riêng. Đang sai hơi sẽ báo suốt co anh chắc là hay chưa lại đây lại trường trắng bà sẽ chỉ mẹ chừng ngữ đấy đào luôn cái ơi năm para ấy chẳng từ bỏ quát chưa lại đây lại chứ tay ao đẹp xa hay thì tới chưa ấy cái ơi nhâm nó chờ được nhâm có ấy cái ơi nhâm hàng có ấy chẳng từ còn té nhâm thlo xua mẹ để chia hai chờ quát hàng chẳng dương chữ ấy phẹt ơi nắng màu chẳng màu đã mình năm chia ba phần quát hàng năm nắng mua ấy chẳng sẽ chỉ ba COVID-19 nâng mọi người. Còn tay đôi chỉ tam đăng máu kia ơi sẽ chừng nó nhằm tháng năm ở tổ chờ của ấy thèn nâng ai chua top scat coronavirus nên còn ai tại vì nó chuột dần và to tiệt.
Ok. Nó là những club xua ghê đấy. Cái thằng vật chất gì tăng thì máu cái áo thằng là tài. Bởi vì chưa có cái năm chưa có những riếtเอาriết năm riết mẹ đấy chẳng miền này tha khi phía bá cứ ọt chẹt lẹ bật bọc cọt tha thời cứ của mà tha bởi vì riết cái đặt năm riết màu na quả ní chủng ngữ thừa tục là na cái đặt ảnh nâng chẳng ấy
chà chà
cô
hay ở môi tiết đang sầm khăn nó ba tiêm tiền dương thơ nó cứ thơ ai em những system không luôn chơi nó vi xăm mùi covid nó cái ở dương để chia hạt pram đập pram từ sáng sập nhị ti nâng dương từ thực lang mong buồn đập cái nó cái ở dương cười hà ngày hà lấy nó តើបាទប្រព័ន្ធភាពសាស្ត្ររបស់ខ្លួនយើងហ្នឹងវារឹងមាំជាងអាវីរុសហ្នឹង
បាទយើងសង្កេតឃើញអ្នកដែលស្លាប់ភាគច្រើនយើងចាស់ទីមួយពួកអ្នកដែលមានបញ្ហាសួតឬក៏
ហើយនឹងគាត់មានជំងឺប្រចាំកាយស្រាប់
បាទនេះគឺអានេះចង់និយាយថាបើឈ្មោះវាគេនៅតែហៅ COVID ពីព្រោះវាមកពីពាក្យកូវីដ បាទទេ
Corona virus disease
បើតាម
2019
ខ្ញុំស្ដាប់វិទ្យុបារាំងគេនិយាយថាកូវីដ ដែលគេដាក់ដំបូងមកហ្នឹងគឺជាប្រភេទជំងឺគ្រួសារផ្លូវដង្ហើម
ចាឆ្លងសាក់វាសាយស្លាយមកអាសាមួយមើលនេះកូវីដ ដូចគ្នា
បាទវាសឹងតែជាប់ខ្សែស្រឡាយជាមួយសាសហ៎ណាព្រោះអាជំងឺសាសហ្នឹងវាជាជំងឺផ្លូវដង្ហើមដែរអញ្ចឹងពេលខ្លះគេថាជំងឺសាសហើយនឹងអាជំងឺកូវីដហ្នឹងគឺវានៅតែដូចខ្សែស្រឡាយបងប្អូនវាដដែលចាតែគាត់ថាយើងវាពិភពលោកខ្ញុំមើលព័ត៌មានមួយដូចជាក្រុមហ៊ុនPfizer ម្ដងឬ Astra ម្ដងគេកំពុងតែបង្កើតវ៉ាក់សាំងមួយដែលអត់ចាក់វ៉ាក់សាំងហ្នឹងគឺគេបាញ់ចូលតាមច្រមុះមកតែគាត់ថាគេកំពុងតែពិសោធន៍អញ្ចឹងណាចាយើងទាំងអស់គ្នានឹងបានចាក់វ៉ាក់សាំងអស់នៅហើយឈើចាក់លើកទី2តែថ្ងៃ27ខែ4ណាហើយចូលអ្នកផ្សេងខ្ញុំបានចាក់ហើយឆ្នាំ
ចាខ្ញុំសុំសួរតិចខ្ញុំសុំសួរព័ត៌មានសម្រាប់អ្នកតាំងលើកទី2ណាសម្រាប់ស្រីនៅពេលដែលចាក់វ៉ាក់សាំងលើកទី2ហើយ2-3ថ្ងៃក្រោយមកមានលក្ខណៈថាផ្លែយ៉ាងឡើងរោឬក៏ឡើងអីលើខ្លួនអត់
អត់មានផងបងធម្មតាដែរ
ខ្ញុំនិយាយពីខ្ញុំតិចទេណាមិនដឹងជាខ្ញុំ
ព្រោះថាករណីដែលឡើងរោហ្នឹងតែខ្លួនណាអញ្ចឹងបើសិនជាឡើងអញ្ចឹងគឺប្រើម្សៅភេសជ្ជឬក៏ហូបទឹកដូងករណីហ្នឹងគឺដោយសារតែវ៉ាក់សាំងវាប្រតិកម្មនៅក្នុងខ្លួនយើងណាហើយធ្វើឲ្យខ្លួនយើងហ្នឹងវាក្តៅខាងក្នុងអញ្ចឹងអាសាហូបទឹកដូងហើយយប់ឡើងលាបម្សៅភេសជ្ជទៅវាមិនបាត់ទេប៉ុន្តែគ្រាន់ថាវាកុំឲ្យលមាស់ពីព្រោះថាអាឡើងតួរឿងហ្នឹងបើសិនជាយើងហ៊ានតែប៉ះពាល់វានឹងវិវត្តទៅជាសាច់ខ្លាយបើសិនជាយើងកេះអញ្ចឹងណា
បងខ្ញុំអត់មានឡើងនៅលើខ្លួនទេបងប៉ុន្តែខ្ញុំឡើងនៅលើដៃបងដៃហើយនឹងឡើងពីនិយាយរួមទៅមុខយើងអត់ដែរមានមុនទេតែពេលចាក់ហើយម្ដងបានមួយថ្ងៃឡើងមុនមក2-3ហ្មងអីចឹងអាហ្នឹងមិនវិញទេបង
ករណីហ្នឹងគឺឆ្នាំហ្នឹងគឺស្ទើរតែគ្រប់មនុស្សស្រីយល់បើនិយាយទៅ10នាក់គឺខ្ញុំជួបទាំង10ព្រោះគាត់មកសួរតាក់តងមើលវ៉ាក់សាំងហ្នឹងណាគាត់ថាពេលដែលចាក់ហើយគឺវាឡើងមុនឬក៏ឡើងរោលប្រុសខុសប្រក្រតីហ្នឹងគឺដោយសារវ៉ាក់សាំងវាធ្វើទុកវាមានប្រសិទ្ធភាពអញ្ចឹងវាកំពុងតែបំលែងនៅក្នុងខ្លួនអញ្ចឹងហើយការឡើងរោលហ្នឹងភាគច្រើនគឺបើមនុស្សស្រីវាអាចពាក់កណ្ដាលខ្លួនខាងលើណាមានខ្នងឬក៏មានកន្លែងផ្សេងអញ្ចឹងដៃអញ្ចឹងណាប៉ុន្តែបើមនុស្សប្រុសភាគច្រើនគឺឡើងទៅលើមុខហើយក្រហមអត់ធំវាដូចមុនអញ្ចឹងប៉ុន្តែវាមិនមែនមុនទេវាអញ្ចឹងណាវារោល
បើខ្ញុំវិញនៅលើស្មាទាំងសងខាងស្មាសងខាងឡើងកទួលក្រហមមិនចេះឆ្ងល់ឡើយហ្នឹង
កាយទៀតមិនតែតាមហ្នឹងហូបអាសាហូបពងទាពីព្រោះថាបើសិនជាហូបពងទាវាអាចឡើងដូចគ្នាជាមួយនឹងអាវ៉ាក់សាំងហ្នឹងដែរប៉ុន្តែការហូបពងទាច្រើនវាជាជំងឺអាលាកថ្លើមទេប៉ុន្តែវាចេញរោលអញ្ចឹងដូចគ្នាអញ្ចឹងប៉ុន្តែបើសិនជាអាចមករយៈដែលចាក់វ៉ាក់សាំងពីលើកទី2នេះទៅពីព្រោះថាលើកទី2នេះអ្នកកណ្ដោចគឺវាមានលក្ខណៈវាមានប្រភាព
ធីរីបាត់វ៉ាធីរី
ដល់អញ្ចឹង
ខ្ញុំចង់សួរមិញខាងបើសិនជារោចឹងមិនអី ធ្វើអីដើម្បីបំផាត់ចិត្តមកខ្ញុំសុំ
បាទ
ខ្ញុំចង់សួរម៉ែថាបើសិនជាយើងចាក់វ៉ាក់សាំងទៅយើងរោ
ម្ដងទៀត
ច្បាស់ហ៎បង
តាក់តងជាមួយនឹងរឿងឡើងរោលើខ្លួនបាទលើឥឡូវខ្ញុំសូមបញ្ជាក់ម្ដងទៀតតាក់តងមកឡើងរោលើខ្លួនបើសិនជាទាំងមនុស្សប្រុសទាំងស្រីសូមហូបទឹកដូងមួយថ្ងៃ2ផ្លែទៅដោយសារតែវ៉ាក់សាំងវាក្តៅមកពីខាងក្នុងណាអញ្ចឹងហូបពេលយើងហូបទឹកដូងហើយដល់ពេលយប់គឺយើងលាបម្សៅភេសជ្ជធម្មតាទៅតែប៉ុណ្្នឹងទេហើយអាសាហូបទឹកអីឲ្យបានច្រើនផងបាទហើយបើសិនជាអ្នកអត់ទាន់ប្រតិកម្មមកឡើងរោឡើងអីហ្នឹងទេគឺគាត់មានបញ្ហាមួយដូចជាលក្ខណៈថានៅកំពង់កគាត់ហ្នឹងវាក្តៅប៉ុន្តែក្តៅកូវីដទេគឺក្តៅមកពីខាងក្នុងអញ្ចឹងក៏អាសា
ខ្ញុំបានចាក់វ៉ាក់សាំងហ្នឹង
ហៅឡូសើ
នៅខ្ញុំសូមចូលបន្តិចគីឡូមានអ្នកជំនាញខាងហ្នឹងទៀតណាខ្ញុំបានចាក់វ៉ាក់សាំងហ្នឹងវា2ដងរួចហើយចាក់លើកទី1ថ្ងៃតែ4តែចេះខ្ញុំចំពោះខ្លួនខ្ញុំទៅណាគីឡូតែឬក៏វ័យខ្ញុំចាស់ទៅបាទអញ្ចឹងមានអារម្មណ៍ថាខ្ញុំចាក់វ៉ាក់សាំងហើយខ្ញុំភ្លេចយ៉ាងច្រើន
ឈើចាក់អានេះមកពីស៊ីណូហ្វាមឬក៏ស៊ីណូវ៉ាក់
ខ្ញុំស៊ីណូវ៉ាក់
អូតាក់តងមួយស៊ីណូវ៉ាក់
ខ្ញុំគិតខ្លួនឯងឬក៏មកខ្លួន
ខ្ញុំអត់សូវច្បាស់ទេស៊ីណូព្រោះអ្នកដែលកើតភាគច្រើនដោយគាត់ចាក់ស៊ីណូហ្វាម
ខ្ញុំចាក់ស៊ីណូវ៉ាក់chứមិនអត់អី
ភាគច្រើនអ្នកចាក់ស៊ីណូវ៉ាក់ស៊ីណូហ្វាមវាដូចជាមានប្រតិកម្មដែរប៉ុន្តែវាភាគតិចអាហ្នឹងបើតាមខ្ញុំដឹងណាប៉ុន្តែវាឡើងអញ្ចឹងដូចគ្នាប៉ុន្តែបើស៊ីណូហ្វាមអាចព្រោះអ្នកដែលខ្ញុំជួបហ្នឹងគឺ10នាក់អីដែលគាត់កើតអីចឹងណាគាត់ចាក់ស៊ីណូហ្វាមហើយបើស៊ីណូវ៉ាក់ខ្ញុំជួបតែ2នាក់ទេមួយអ្នកឆុងកាហ្វេហើយមួយទៀតសង្សារខ្ញុំផ្ទាល់គាត់កើតគាត់ឡើងអញ្ចឹងបាទខ្ញុំប្រាប់គាត់អញ្ចឹងដើម្បីកុំឲ្យវាលមាស់ព្រោះថានៅពេលដែលឡើងអាហ្នឹងវាលមាស់អញ្ចឹងដើម្បីទប់ស្កាត់វាកុំឲ្យលមាស់មានតែលាបម្សៅភេសជ្ជទេលាបពេលយប់តែប៉ុណ្ណឹងហើយកុំកេះឬក៏កុំលេបថ្នាំផ្សះអីឲ្យសោះគឺប៉ុណ្ណឹងបើសិនតាជាកេះទៅវានឹងឡើងទៅជាសត្វខ្លាច
ស៊ីណូវ៉ាក់
ស៊ីណូវ៉ាក់ស៊ីណូវ៉ាក់ក៏អាចកើតស៊ីណូហ្វាមក៏អាចកើតប៉ុន្តែគាត់ថាអារឿងឃ្លាំងហ្នឹងអាហ្នឹងខ្ញុំវាអត់សូវច្បាស់ទេចាស់ខាង
អញ្ចឹងមកពីខ្លួនខ្ញុំឯង
ចង់បងជាមួយនឹងយើងចាក់ហើយប៉ុន្តែឯខាងស្ដាំដែលយើងចាក់ហ្នឹងមានអារម្មណ៍ថាវាអត់សូវមានកម្លាំងដូចមុនទេវាមានអារម្មណ៍ថាយើងធ្វើអីវាអត់សូវបានដូចមុនអញ្ចឹងហ្នឹងពាក់ព័ន្ធនឹងអីគេញើបង
អាចមកពីខ្លួនខ្ញុំមិនដឹងអីចឹងតែចេះសុំចាក់វ៉ាក់សាំងនេះណាប្រាប់ខ្ញុំថាហ្នឹងចូលពីនឹងថាវាអាចចឹងឯងកញ្ញាគេថាបើសិនជាចាក់ទៅអត់មានប្រតិកម្មអីទេគេថាវ៉ាក់សាំងហ្នឹងវាអត់ទៅបកកាយខាងបកើឲ្យយើង
ថាតើចុះអាវ៉ាក់សាំងហ្នឹងវាឆ្លើយតបមកយើងវិញវាតាមប្រព័ន្ធរាងកាយរបស់មនុស្សយើងម្នាក់ខុសគ្នាអញ្ចឹងវាឆ្លើយតបមកខុសគ្នាច្រើនភាគច្រើនអត់សូវដូចគ្នាអ្នកនេះចាអ្នកនោះចង់អញ្ចឹងណា
teacher ខ្ញុំសុំចេញមុនចាដោយសារតែខ្ញុំមានភារកិច្ចតិចចា
ស្ដាប់អត់ច្បាស់ទេឆ្លើយស្ដាប់អត់ច្បាស់ទេ
ខ្ញុំអត់លឺឆ្លើយនិយាយផង
ខ្ញុំអត់លឺដែរហ្នឹង
និយាយបាត់ឈើបាត់
Baikចឹងអូខេចឹងបងអរគុណ
Master teacher slow
បាទឈើបាទ
បាយបាយ
ឈើ
ហើយខ្ញុំព្រាបដល់ហើយ
Bye.
Bye teacher.
Yeah.
Goodbye teacher.
Yes.
Yeah, bye bye, good night.
Yeah.
Hello teacher.
Yeah, teacher.
Teacher.
Yeah.
Hello.
Yeah.
Teacher, how are you? Teacher, semangat ăn hộp tính ấy chưa?
Nào họ đi tiền là hít cho hộp bao.
Yeah, thank you, good luck.
Bye teacher.